Hello and welcome to Coffee with Carey. Thanks for stopping by today. I wanted to talk about love. Why would I talk about love? Because I'm a dating coach. I am a matchmaker, and love is always on the agenda over here. But seriously, I was thinking during a conversation with a coaching client, they were talking about falling in love, and I'm like, falling, is that the way we want to enter one of the most important relationships of our life? Sounds like there's so little control, that we're just at the mercy of some feeling we have for this other person, which might be real or imagined at the early stages of meeting somebody. And I was thinking about what really matters in love is not how you feel at the beginning. It's not about falling. Is it about creating? Yes, but more so what it's about is choosing. How often do you have to choose? What are you choosing exactly? Let's talk about that. That's what's on the agenda. First of all, I was thinking that love is not something that you fall into like a puddle or decide you're in at the beginning and then you just coast through it because it's a one-time decision, and now that you've fallen and now that you have those feelings or feel this way about that person, you can just coast on by with this person by your side till the end of time. Because what I've decided makes for the best long-term relationships that I've seen are people who are choosing love every day. You know, we've talked about this recently in an episode that a relationship isn't supposed to be work. It's not supposed to be hard work, but it is supposed to be something you have to work at to maintain, to keep it at the forefront of your energy and in your mind so that you're not neglecting something or ignoring a person or letting your relationship just glide along without anybody paying attention to it because you won't notice if it goes off track. No, it's about choosing every day to make somebody a priority for you, to let somebody know they're important, to check in and hear what they have to say and be there if they need you, and to share all those challenges and those wins with that person, not to just skip over them and let your best friend know or whoever is your second go-to person when you have good news or a problem, but to keep investing in this person. That was the first thing I was thinking. Secondly, I was thinking that being in a loving relationship is a process. I think you continue to learn about this person and they continue to learn about you. But more importantly, you continue to learn about yourself and what you need out of a relationship. But every year that I get older, I realize I learn more about myself. So why wouldn't I want to share these changes with a partner? And if I'm changing, they're changing too. So you can't just assume that that person you fell in love with or even chose to love early on is the same person 10, 15, 20, 40, 50 years later. They're changing. You've got to keep communicating with each other in order to know where you're both at and what's important at this point. What are the plans from here to the next 5 years? What do we need to work on? What's going really well? Celebrating your wins and working through your challenges to make sure you can handle them together. So that was kind of what I was thinking about number 2. You just got to keep checking in because you're constantly changing. So they must also be changing. And that learning process is never going to end. It's going to take a lifetime. Also, number 3, I was thinking that it's so much fun falling in love. You remember being your first love, maybe that feeling, that overwhelming feeling of powerlessness to this emotion that's overwhelming and takes over everything and occupies your brain for all 24 hours of the day. It's in your dreams as well. It seems like there's nothing better than that. And it is super fun. Nobody can deny that falling in love is a great feeling. But you know what's an even better feeling? Being loved and actually actively loving somebody. Not the falling part, not the overwhelming part, the part where you are a participant in the choosing to love somebody, in the effort that takes to keep them front and center and keep something alive, especially when it is something that's not easy. There's a sense of reward about continuing to prioritize another person to keep this alive and thriving as you go through life, I think. Just knowing that you matter, your feelings matter, your well-being matters to somebody else is a reward unto itself. And if you're feeling that reward, why wouldn't you want to reciprocate and give that feeling back to somebody else you care about? Whether you're choosing to go on a second date with somebody or not, or to commit to a lifetime with a person, choosing based on feelings of falling in love as opposed to knowing that you're going to choose to love somebody, the first one just pales in comparison. This is just so much more complex than that and so much more fulfilling that it would be misguided to let really what turns out to be chemistry guide you. So to wrap it up, I just wanted to get you thinking, and if you're out there dating and looking for your partner, you're going to get that dopamine rush, but trying to get that to last is probably unlikely. Sometimes people can pull it off. I'm not saying it goes away for everybody, but what's more important? That feeling of falling and being out of control, or being with someone who is your safe place, your support system, and brings you peace and comfort, and knowing that together you're working at something every day that's really beautiful and has a better chance of lasting through the decades because you've prioritized it. All right, that's what I wanted to share with you. Thanks for being here. Please do what Mama's telling you there. She's my little mama. She's telling you a thumbs up would be awesome. I hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and there's that ring bell. That lets you know every time a new episode goes live. Appreciate you stopping by today, and I'll look forward to next time. Until then, have a good one.